What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Johnny. Thanks for tuning to the channel again. Voice kind of raspy. It's early in the morning. Video out of Fox News. Not a Fox News watcher per se, but I wanted to see what mainstream channels were covering this story. And I seen the New York Post, seen Fox News, I think I seen MSN. But I didn't really see too much about this on the MSNBC, the CNNs. The more liberal you go, the less you see stories like this, which for me is odd. Because the more liberal people are, the more Black Lives Matter, more pro-Black Lives Matter they are. I'm sorry, right? The more we down for the cause, the more we tired of white people oppressing the black man. That's what I've noticed about liberals, right? But then you look at this, because liberals are also very pro-mask, very pro-vax. They seem to be, they want to protect the children and we want to protect everybody, right? 214 minors have died of COVID-19 in this country. 261 minors have been shot in Chicago. Where is the outrage? Now, I always like to preface this, but I'm not the smartest individual. But I seen Black Lives Matter in 2012. I seen them in 2016. And I seen them in 2020. So if I was a betting man, I would say they probably pop up in 2024 if I was a betting man. And I also would bet that they'd be on the side of the liberals. So for my social justice liberal supporters, not of me, because I'm sure they don't like me, but of black people, because you say you care about the cause of the black problems in America. What you got to say about this? And I don't need no corny ass, we need to defund the police. They just need more money. Because obviously anybody who says that has never spent 2 weeks in the inner city to realize this issue is way deeper than money. It's real psychological on how you don't value yourself. Therefore, you can't value the people nor the things around you. I want to see Barack Obama go holler at the people in Chicago about this issue. Yay, dirt. It's enough money being made out of Chicago that you can't run with that narrative that we just suppress black people. That's why we offing each other like this. D-Wade, there's money from that city. There's people who have made that out them projects, who could start their own housing networks if they wanted to. I feel for the families in these neighborhoods who can't escape. I'll always say my safety net growing up was my dad. My mom wouldn't let us play outside with certain kids anyway. But once we got old enough and we was playing sports outside and had to interact with people, then my dad was outside maybe, once every hour or something, or when he wasn't at work, just to kind of see what was going on. If we was playing with other kids, my mom wanted to know who their mom was. But in these environments, the moms is pulling out guns too. I seen a little boy was shot up by his mama because she couldn't find a memory card. But we so pro Black Lives Matter. But we ain't looking out for the babies. We do all this for grown ass George Floyd, for Breonna Taylor. The God rest their soul. They put themselves in some situations they shouldn't have been in. We all can be aware of why we shouldn't have been doing something. And you can take extreme ownership of it, or you can do what the world does and place the blame at somebody else's feet. But in order to really address an issue like this with losing kids like this, we got to be honest as hell and say it's our own people taking out our children. It ain't no white man riding through this neighborhood on a horse with a hood over his head. It's other black people that have shot these babies. And until we want to be honest about what we doing to each other and ourselves, you can't look outside and expect somebody to care. My grandma used to always say, boy, don't throw stones living in a glass house. And that's all I'm seeing. I know 50 black people that can tell you why they're oppressed. They can tell you why the white man is stopping them or how the white man is stopping them, right? But if you bring up something like this, we hear crickets. Because the truth is, nobody wants this kumbaya, fix everybody. People want their situation fixed and they don't care. That's why you can look at our athletes and our entertainers and they all so oppressed. So oppressed, right? And then they get their money and they hanging out with Jay-Z and LeBron. And yeah, they oppressed, but they a different type of oppressed. You let them tell it, you know what I mean? And it's very disheartening. Because if nobody stands up for the kids, we talk about genocide, man. We not, with the abortion rate, with the homicide rate, the family structure is gone as it is. There's a book called Sex and Culture by J.D. Unwell or something like that. Let me look it up real quick. And it talks about there have been 36 cultures. You're J.D. Unwell. There's been 36 cultures that have risen and fallen. And all of it is based around sex, the sexual freedom of those nations. It was originally published in 1933. And I challenge everyone to go read that book. Because if you see what's happened to Black America since the 60s, you needed to break us away from our family and tie us to something else, a la the government. And since we've been tied to the government, there's no reason to really keep the family structure together because everyone is family to the government, or so it seems. And while all these other cultures are keeping their families together and getting married and raising strong children, we just letting our children be some weeds and just growing wild as hell. I ain't paying no attention to them. But check out that book, man, Sex and Culture by J.D. Unwin, and it will blow you away. And let me know in the comments what you think. I'm not from Chicago. I'm from Kansas City, and it's reckless here. I got my homeboy Chris. He lost a 4-year-old son, and my homeboy Jay. He lost 2 sons. So I've been right there in the thick of it, and it's an ugly sight, man. It's not anything that people need to go through. So, where you from? What's your city? Do you have any friends that have lost children to gun violence? What's your alternative method? Because Chris been on the low and Jay left the city. And the little boy Legend who got hit last year, I'm not really sure where his pops is. But it's very unfortunate to have friends lose children and to be close to people. So, and the internet, you got people who really ain't experienced life. So if I can get people in the comments who've been as close to these situations that I had to leave their comments, you help these liberals realize that we don't live in this la land utopia that they think this is, you know? So watch the other videos, subscribe to the channel, spread love, spread positive vibes. Until next time, YouTube, we are out. Enjoy your day. Peace.